guys, welcome back to my channel. As you already know, my name is Kiela and this is the Introverted Icon Show. So last week we went over 100 ways to make money in 2024, and I discussed side hustles and gigs that you can do hourly, things that you can do as an introvert, an extrovert, as a gamer, someone who wants to rent things out to make money that way. So I recommend, if you have not seen that video, that you should check it out now. But the topic of today is we're going to be discussing originality and how important it is for you to live a life that is authentic to you. So we're going to dive deep into you knowing yourself, owning yourself, and being yourself, and how you can truly live a life that's authentic. So we see a need for that, especially with comparison and social media, and I want to help you guys with that to the best of my ability. So let's jump right in. We're gonna go over the definition of what it means to be original. Again, I do this because that's my business, and I love knowing the true meaning of a word so that you can get a better understanding. So the definition of originality is the ability to think independently and creatively. So ask yourself, do I think for myself, or am I allowing other people to think for me? When I'm making decisions, am I making decisions solely based off of what I believe is the right thing to do? Or am I making decisions based off of what I've seen other people do or the opinions of others? So again, the ability to think independently and creatively is what makes someone original. And you have to ask yourself this question, because it's important to understand, am I an original, or am I just living my life as a copy? First stop on the authenticity train is self-awareness. Who are you? Who am I? You have to ask yourself these type of questions. Spend time with yourself. Look in the mirror. I spend quite a few, minutes in the mirror, and it sounds a little vain, but I'm like, oh, okay, I got a new mole. Or, oh, my face does this when I eat too much dairy. What are your core values? What are your beliefs? What are things that you're passionate about? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You gotta ask yourself these questions to get a better understanding, get into self-discovery mode. And if you're unsure, ask people that are closest to you to, give you some feedback. When you see me, what comes to mind? What do you think I bring to the table? What can you say about my character? So on and so forth. But get some answers to get a better understanding of who you are. Second stop is fear of judgment. Do you care what people think about you? I know I have in the past. Not as much anymore, but I was very guilty of caring way too much of what people thought about me and having that weight be carried around with me. So why do people's opinions hold so much weight in your life? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid to fail? Or are you afraid to fail in front of people? Are you on the path to do the things that you want to do, but you're reluctant because you don't know if people are going to agree with it? So what? So what? Do what you feel that you need to do, of course, within reason. No one's getting hurt, things like that. But do what you feel that you need to do to become the best version of yourself without fear of what people think. And as well, why do you want the things that you want? Do you want these things because you want them, or do you want them because you want people to see that you have it? And that last question actually ties in very well with the next one. So stop number 3 is pressure to conform and expectations from others. Are you only doing things because your parents want you to do it, your pastor wants you to do it, or your friends are doing it? Are you only living a life that is reflective of the opinions of other people? Because it's very easy to fall into the trap of the status quo. I can give myself as an example. I'm a true artist at heart. I'm a creative. But you hear all the time in society that being an artist is not a real career. You need to go get a real job. Essentially, I went to college to become a doctor because it just made sense to fit right into that realm outside of just being an artist. So it's funny now because I do art and money. So that's a whole different subject for a different day. But do not just conform because it's easier. You gotta stick to what you want to do. Fourth stop on the authenticity train is self-acceptance. Love who you are right now. You are lovable as you are today. Now, of course, within reason, if you're not practicing healthy habits, then we're not going to be accepting those. So like drugs, abuse, things that are harmful to you and others, we're not accepting those habits. Those are the things we're not accepting. But if we're working on reaching our target goal weight and getting better financially and getting better mentally, we're going to accept who we are right now in the moment as we're getting better gradually day by day. So you are lovable as is. You are beautiful as is. You are worth it as is. But the goal is to what? Get better. So as you are right now in this moment, you are good. We are accepting that. But tomorrow, we're going to change. Speaking of grow, our number 5 stop on the authenticity train is growth. You're allowed to outgrow people, places, spaces, and things. Do not let anybody hold you and confine you into a box and saying that, no, you're not allowed to leave here, or to not be a part of this anymore, or I only see you in this particular way, therefore you need to be confined to this. No, you're not this. No, you're going to always remain this to me. No, I'm allowed to change. I'm allowed to grow. I'm allowed to develop, and I'm allowed to outgrow any and everything if God in myself sees fit. Okay? So if friendships aren't working anymore, relationships aren't working anymore, you do not have to stay in any place that does not serve you anymore, especially if you're getting signs from God saying that you need to get up out of there. Hold on. Let me lean back on this one and make a disclaimer. I'm not by any means necessary telling any of you to be selfish and disrespectful in any type of way. So if you're in a long-term relationship or you're married, I'm not saying wake up one morning and just decide to bounce. No. I'm speaking on if you're like in an emotional or physically abusive relationship situation, work environment, and you've already exhausted all your resources in trying to correct the issue, address the issue, counseling, therapy, and whatnot, and especially again, God is giving you signs to get up out of there, get up out of there. That's what I'm talking about. If you're in a draining, one-sided friendship, situation, relation, co-worker, business, whatever, and the signs are there for you to get up out of there, get up out of there. If it's no longer serving you and you can't grow and you can't get better in whatever the situation is, and it's gotten to the point of being unhealthy, that's when you need to leave. And recognizing when it's time for you to leave is a sure way of knowing that you're being authentic to yourself. So when the signs are there, do what you have to do and be true to you. Next, number 6 on the authenticity train is living outside of the box. Get up out that box. Stop living there. It's time to move out. Get up out the box. It's so easy to, again, live within the confines and the parameters of what other people believe that you should be doing or what you believe to be easy instead of doing the things that scare you. I make it a practice to do something new or something that is unfamiliar and kind of scary to me on a regular basis because, look at what I'm doing now. This is not my forte, but I'm doing it because I know that I can be a help to other people and I can be a help to myself. If you haven't noticed by now, I wear what? A lot of dark colors. I'm sweating a lot. But I'm doing it because it's helping me be better and I'm helping other people to become better in the process. So get outside of your comfort zone, please. Come around the train or ride it choo-choo. Chugga. I'm showing my age. So stop number 7 on the authenticity train is self-trust. When we make decisions and we make the wrong decision, it's very difficult to trust our thought process and our ability to make the right choices for ourselves. So you have to, with the self-acceptance that we went over before, accept that, hey, I made a mistake and I have the ability to make good choices still, despite this one time or this 2 to 3, 4 to 5 times. You still have the ability to make good choices for yourself. So you have to get into the habit of just doing things to build that trust within yourself again. Set goals. set rules, set expectations for yourself, and follow through. I started off with telling myself, okay, every night, I don't care what's going on, I'm gonna wash my face. I'm gonna stay true to my nighttime routine. And I started to develop trust in myself, knowing that, hey, I said I was gonna do something and I stuck to it and I followed through. I set a schedule for myself after that, and then I started knocking things out one by one, building that self-trust. Then I told myself, hey, I have this goal. I'm going to do whatever it takes to reach this goal. And when I reach that goal, what? I'm building that self-trust again. And I now know that I am making the right choices for myself because I'm seeing good results. So don't allow mistakes from the past to keep you hindered from thinking for yourself independently and creatively and being original and authentic for what you truly believe is the right thing for you. Establishing self-trust actually establishes trust in you for others as well. And that gets us to point number 8 and stop number 8 on the authenticity train. And that is responsibility and accountability. It's okay to make mistakes. We went over that before. We're accepting ourselves for that. But now you need to accept responsibility and accountability and own up to the things that you're saying and that you're doing. It's not okay to just sweep those things under the rug and pretend like they did not happen, because now you're becoming someone that you're truly not. You're pretending to be something that you are truly not. So in order to be authentic to yourself, you have to take responsibility and own up to your mistakes and become a better person because of them. Learn the lesson, adjust, shift, and become a better version of yourself because of it. We're doing fine on number 9. We're doing fine on number 9. So the number 9 stop on the authenticity train is, drum roll please, boundaries. So this one is near and dear to my heart because for a very long time I didn't have these. I did what was expected of me and found it very difficult to tell people no. You can't do that. You have to take into consideration your wants and your needs too. Taking care of everybody and not taking care of yourself is not you being authentic to yourself. So you have to lay out your ground rules. These are the parameters to be friends with me. These are the parameters to be in relationship with me. These are the parameters to even be a coworker of mine or an employee of mine or a teammate of mine. You got to, and of course, again, I have to always say within reason. It has to make sense, of course, and it can't be, disrespectful. But you have to protect yourself because if you're not standing up for you, who will? You gotta protect your mental, your physical, your spiritual, and lay out the lines. Hey, don't cross that boundary, don't cross that line. And if you do, you can't be around me. You can't be in my inner circle, you can't be on my team. I'm so sorry. That's not gonna work over here. And once you get a good grip on that, your space, your area, your peace, your aura, your vibe, everything is going to be exactly in alignment the way that it needs to be. Look at that, we almost done. So the last thing we're going to touch on is the benefits of living a life of authenticity. And I'm going to read them directly from the card. So number 1 is happiness and satisfaction. When you're living a life that's truly authentic to you, you're going to be happy because we cut out a lot of the bad and unhealthy things that are not good for us. So by default, we're going to be living a life that's satisfying and happy. Number 2, you're going to be stress free. Okay, not 100%, but you're going to stress less because you're not putting up this facade or this wall of a person that's not genuinely you. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses or the other people. They're not getting free promo out of me. But you don't have to do any of those things. You just get to be you. Number 3 is confidence and self-worth. On a scale from 1 to 10, how confident would you say that you are? If the number is not fairly high, then I would suggest that we got some work to do in increasing how true you are being to yourself. And if it's increasing on a regular basis, then I would say, job well done. We're doing the proper things that's necessary to live a life of authenticity. And with that, again, you're going to have increased confidence and self-worth. You're going to be looking at the person that you are on a daily basis saying, I like her, I like him, and continue to get better as the days go by. Number 4 is when you are living a life that's authentic to you, you have this innate motivation to want to help other people. it kind of makes sense, especially, if you're a good person at heart, that when you feel good, by default, you want other people to feel good too. So you might start volunteering, being that service to people, giving away things to charity, so on and so forth. But once you're feeling good about your world, you want to make the world a better place. And number 5, improved problem solving and less doubting. Remember, you're trusting yourself again. So the choices and decisions that you're making, are the right ones. So there's no need to doubt yourself. You've done the due diligence, your research, you've made sure that you're not falling into previous habits. And as well, with your increased problem solving skills, when you start to see things go left, you know what needs to be done in order to get right back on track. So again, with your life of authenticity, you are happy and satisfied, you're stressing less, you're confident, your self-worth has increased, you're wanting and willing to help other people, and you're doubting yourself, and the way that you handle problems increases overall. All right, that's it. I hope this helped you guys to figure out a little bit more how to live a life that's authentically true to you. Remember, knowing yourself, owning yourself, and being yourself. You were born to be an original, so please don't die a copy. I don't remember exactly who said that quote, so if you can find that out for me and put it in the comments below, I would be greatly appreciative. But I want to thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Next week, we're going to be going over living a life of purpose. And if you don't know what your purpose is here on this earth, you might just figure it out by the end of that video. So don't miss out on that at all. Again, be authentic, be true. I love you. Until next time, love you lots. Lemon Pops.